You've saved 1.7 million, you're 60 years old, your home is fully paid off. You're staring down that question that keeps most Canadians up at night. Can I actually afford to retire right now and stay retired? Because let's be honest, retirement isn't just about hitting a number, it's about having the right number and making that number last. And with no workplace pension, rising inflation, volatile markets, and healthcare costs on the horizon, even 1.7 million can disappear faster than you'd think if you don't have a real plan. So in this video, we're going to break down what retirement looks like at 60 with 1.7 million in savings. We'll look at what's an appropriate after-tax spending amount, what happens when you factor in CPP, OAS, taxes, and inflation, and how to structure your withdrawals so you don't run out of money too soon. Because when you're 100% responsible for creating your own pension, the margin for error is smaller than you'd think. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Stefano Francescut, and I'm a certified financial planner professional at Next Step Wealth Management with IPC Securities Corporation. For over 30 years, I've helped Canadians retire with confidence by turning large nest eggs into reliable, tax-efficient income. If you've saved well but don't yet feel at peace about retirement, you're in the right place. Let's dive into what 1.7 million can do in retirement and how to make it last. Part 1, setting the scene. Who is this retirement for? Before we dive into the numbers, we need to answer one important question. What does retirement actually look like for you? Because retirement isn't just about having enough money. It's about whether your savings can support the lifestyle you want for as long as you need without stress or significant surprises. Let's walk through a real-world inspired example, and we'll call him Mark. Mark is 60 years old and lives in Alberta. He's single, has no dependents, and his house is fully paid off. He's done an excellent job saving with total investable assets of 1.7 million. That's a strong position, especially for someone with no debt. Now, Mark doesn't have a workplace pension, and like many Canadians, he's planning to rely on a combination of government benefits and personal savings to create his retirement income. He'd like to retire this year at age 60, and after reviewing his spending, his goal is $65,000 per year in after-tax income indexed to inflation. This would allow him to cover living expenses, travel, hobbies, and some family support without pinching pennies. But the big question is this: can his 1.7 million portfolio support that lifestyle for the next 30 plus years without running out? That's what we'll break down next, including the tax smart strategies, withdrawal sequence, and risk planning Mark needs to make it all work. Let's dive in. Part 2, the income math. Can 1.7 million last through retirement? Let's continue this example. Mark wants $65,000 per year after tax, starting at age 60. He has no private pension. He has 1.1 million in RSPs, 350,000 in TFSAs, 250,000 in non-registered investments. That might sound like a lot, but whether it's enough depends on how he withdraws it, when government benefits begin, and how his portfolio performs. Step 1, estimate safe withdrawal capacity. Before we get into a deep analysis, let's start with a conservative withdrawal model, often called the 4% rule. It's a general guideline suggesting you can withdraw 4% of your portfolio each year, adjusted for inflation, and have a high probability that it lasts 30 plus years. 4% of 1.7 million is $68,000 per year before tax. That's promising, especially since Mark's goal is $65,000 after tax. Keep in mind, his TFSA withdrawals are tax-free, non-registered withdrawals are partially taxable, his RSP or RIF withdrawals are fully taxable. Mark's income will straddle some tax brackets, so we need to be aware of his marginal and average tax rates. And let's also assume a balanced investment portfolio earning 5.5% net of fees with 2% inflation. From here, we can start to truly analyze the rest of his income plan. After running the numbers, Mark will actually need to redeem $79,250 from his investments at age 60 to provide the spending he needs. Step 2, add government benefits at 65 or 70. Mark doesn't plan to collect Canada Pension Plan or Old Age Security until age 65 or 70. Here's a rough idea how those benefits might look with inflation. CPP at 65, around $11,500 per year, which is the national average. Old Age Security at 65, around $9,600 per year. Together, that's about $21,100 a year starting at 65. If Mark delays until 70, both benefits increase. CPP grows by 42%. Old Age Security grows by 36%. Once you consider inflation increases as well, by 70, he could be receiving about $33,500 per year in secure inflation-adjusted income from CPP and OAS alone for life. That means he can withdraw less from his investments later in retirement, preserving capital and reducing tax exposure for the trade-off of using his investments early to provide all his income for the first 5 to 10 years. The question of taking CPP early at normal time or to defer government benefits is a contested topic. It's filled with mathematical facts and equivalent, what I like to call call feeling facts. It's a very important topic to be discussed and reviewed with an advisor to ensure decisions fit your situation. In Mark's case, we actually increased the likelihood of accomplishing his goals by deferring government benefits. Step 3, use income layering to meet his goals. So how does he bridge the gap between 60 and 70 and create reliable, efficient income? This is where an income layering strategy comes in. From age 60 to 65, he draws the right combination of registered and non-registered income to smooth and control tax, as well as keep flexibility of income sources. From 65 to 70, he starts collecting CPP and OAS, or he continues to delay his government benefits based on various factors. After 70, he has multiple streams providing him about $90,000 of taxable income in order to have $65,000 inflation-adjusted spending. With this layered approach, he avoids OAS clawbacks by smoothing taxable income. He uses the TFSA as a long-term tax shelter. He keeps his RIF withdrawals efficient and controlled, creates flexibility in his income plan, and reduces long-term tax. So is it enough? Yes, with careful planning. Mark's nest egg is more than enough to fund a 30-plus year retirement with the income he wants, as long as he uses tax-efficient withdrawal sequencing, he stays moderately invested for growth, not just in GICs or cash. He updates the plan every 1 to 2 years as markets, inflation, and life evolve. Part 3. What could still go wrong and how to stay ahead of it? Even with the strong plan and buckets of money saved, a few key risks still need to be managed. Firstly, market volatility in early retirement. If markets dip early on, your withdrawals could shrink your portfolio faster than expected. That's why I recommend keeping a cash wedge of low-risk assets. It protects your core investments and gives markets time to recover if you experience that early dip. Secondly, rising costs over time. $65,000 after-tax spending escalates to $87,000 in just 15 years due to inflation. Inflation matters, so part of your portfolio still needs to grow. Despite some volatility, a balanced investment plan helps keep your income on track. And thirdly, long lifespan equals more years to fund. If you live to 90 or 95, that's 30 plus years of retirement. The solution? Layer guaranteed income like CPP and OAS security with flexible withdrawals from tax-free savings accounts and non-registered accounts. And review your plan every few years to stay ahead. I've always said that it's best to have more money at the end of your days than to have more days at the end of your money. With the right strategy, these risks are manageable and your money can go the distance. Part 4, can you retire at 60 with 1.7 million? Based on everything we've walked through, absolutely. In fact, Mark could probably take more income and still be okay. That's a range of income analysis that we would also consider and part of a set of what-if scenarios that should be considered as well. Planning is personal, so your scenario should reflect your unique set of circumstances. With no debt, realistic spending goals, and dollars spread across RSPs, TFSAs, and non-registered accounts, you're in a strong position. The key is making sure your withdrawals are tax efficient, your portfolio stays aligned with your lifestyle needs, and your income sources are properly coordinated over time. Retirement isn't just about having a big number. It's about knowing how to use that number wisely, having a clear plan in place. If you're within 5 to 10 years of retirement and want to have your questions about how long, what if, and how much answered, I'd be happy to help. Click the link in the description to book a consultation with me. We'll walk you through your retirement numbers, discuss your goals, and help you create a clear, personalized plan for financial peace of mind. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.